This is FYI on your TV, brought to you by Hometown News. I'm Kathy Botham. I have got Jenny Davis with me, and I've got Karl Jenny. Now, I'm going to let you introduce yourself and your titles because, wow. Jenny, you're with the town.
I am, yes.
Yes, and we're here today to talk about the symposium. So how are you involved with that?
Thank you. So I work for the town in Community Services Department, but my role here today is as a committee member on the Municipal Heritage Committee. So I've been with that committee for just over 6 years.
Wow, okay. And Karl, you are our Manager of Development Services?
That's right, yes. So my role oversees land use planning, building inspection, and also one of the most rewarding parts about my role at the town of Smith Falls is overseeing our heritage function. And we have an excellent municipal heritage committee, and one of their signature events is the annual symposium, which we hold every fall. And I can certainly say that a lot of work has gone into planning and organizing this from within our department, as well as our committee organizing group.
Okay, and you're having this symposium, and how many years have you been doing this?
This is the 12th annual.
This is 12th annual.
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about the day. What does it look like?
So 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday, October 28th. So we'll welcome our guests into the Station Theater. We'll have a quick coffee time, and then we'll get right into our speakers. We'll have lunch, and then the afternoon session as well.
Okay, and you've got some speakers coming.
We do, yes. So we have the theme this year is focusing on heritage conservation districts. So you may have seen that council is undertaking a heritage conservation district study. We've brought in a consultant team from Stantec who's very experienced on this, and part of that process is we're looking at our downtown core, how the history of our community is really told through the buildings, through the evolution of our streetscapes, and I think part of what we're looking at is defining that sense of place and what makes our downtown unique. So and I think as well, looking at heritage conservation as a good news story. We're certainly not looking at it as bubble wrapping the downtown, but creating that sense of place that really encourages economic and community development. And the speakers we have an excellent roster. We have Andrew Jeans from the province, the Ministry of Tourism and Culture. We have John Fennick, former mayor of Perth and editor of the community newspaper in Westport, and Megan Rivard from Stantec Consulting, who has experience drafting and implementing heritage conservation districts throughout the province, and we're looking at confirming a fourth speaker, likely from Perth. But I think the story we're looking for them to tell is where they've really been, and how the districts have been very successful in other communities, and really sort of encourage this community pride and brought heritage as a way to help bring economic development, tourism, investment to the communities where they've been located. There's certainly a number of success stories throughout the province.
And just remembering too, like there's so many buildings you look at and you just remember what it was. And I mean, I've been around for over 60 years, and there's buildings. I love the stories you can remember when you're, with walkers downtown. I just think of so many different ways. It's lovely that it's grown and everything, but memories. There's so many memories when you think of heritage.
And the neat thing is, we don't have a single defined period of time in which our downtown core was constructed. There's our built landscape is emblematic of the history of the town, the booms, the busts, the fires, the reconstructions, the successes and the challenges we faced, and that in and of itself is part of the story, centered around the canal, the railroads, and those features that have made Smith Falls develop over the last 150, 200 years.
Absolutely. Now you're on this committee, the Heritage.
Yes.
What is it called?
Municipal Heritage Committee.
Okay, and how long has that been around?
The committee itself, I think, has been 13, 14 years, would you say?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so, yes.
And you remember that? What piqued your interest?
So I have grown up in Smith Falls.
Mm-hmm.
Being from here, I think I always just kind of took everything for granted, right? You don't really appreciate what you have. It was probably in my late 20s when I just, all at once looked around and thought, I've never recognized the beautiful pillars on the library. I've never kind of noticed the date stamps on Town Hall. You know, I think just all of a sudden you kind of take a step back and realize what we have to offer, and that kind of piqued my interest. I've always been interested in kind of local initiatives and municipal activity, so I had been attending council meetings for years before that, and they had mentioned they were looking for members of the Municipal Heritage Committee, and that's what kind of inspired me to join.
Wow, wow, wow. Now this sounds like a great day. I'm quite impressed that you didn't have to look down at your notes when you were talking about it. You've got it all just memorized and everything like that too. The day itself, October 28th.
Monday, October 28th.
Do people have to register? How do you want people to do that?
They do. So we're asking people to register with our planning clerk, Marie, by October.
Our new planning clerk.
Our new planning clerk, Marie Elmsley, by October 16th.
Excellent, excellent. And once again, you've got speakers going on. There's lots of just even resources for people, and a lot of networking is going to happen that day.
We're hoping, I think as a committee, we're really hoping to engage the residents. Like this new conservation district, if it goes ahead, is going to be really impactful. So we're hoping to engage the residents and give them the first chance preview, and yeah, it's exciting.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's opened up to, you've got some speakers coming from the Perth area too, so is it just Smith Falls we're going to be focusing on that day, or?
Well, we hope to have anybody come,
Everybody.
but I think there will be a special focus, especially with Megan, our consultant, being there.
Yes.
Special focus on Smith Falls
On
and the
Smith
project
Falls.
that's going on right now.
Really, excellent, excellent. Well, I just love our downtown. The bandstand area, that area has just been wonderful, and it looks just amazing down there too.
Beautiful.
So, yes, it is for sure. It is for sure. So, Karl, once again, you're the manager of development services with the town of Smith Falls. How many years?
I've been with the town for about 6.5 years now.
6.5 years. And Jenny, you're a member of our town as well too, and you've been doing it for how long?
For about 6 years.
Both of you at the same time.
Well, I've been with the town for about 2.5
Okay.
as a committee member for about 6 years.
Okay, all right. And you, full disclosure, you're my backdoor neighbor, aren't we?
Yes.
Yes, we've known each other for a long time. We've known each other for a long time. How do people register? You have to get a hold of Marie. I've got an email address here.
I believe that's the
So
best
it's
way.
melmsley@smithfalls.ca, or you could call 613-4124, extension 1136 by October 16th. Excellent, excellent. And the seating capacity in the Station Theater is about 100 people, 125 people, if I remember correctly.
I think so.
So have you started getting some registrations yet?
We have several.
Yeah, you have several. Good,
Yeah.
good. So
We're
get in there.
absolutely.
Get in there. You don't want to be disappointed. For sure, for sure. Well, thank you very much for joining us today and telling us more about this. It's been going on. This is your 12th one.
It is.
So every year there's a different theme. And this year, your theme once again?
Is saving the past for the future. And I think one of the neat things about the Heritage Symposium, our committee, the Heritage Committee meets monthly, but this is really our opportunity and their opportunity to share heritage with the community as a whole.
Really, yes, yeah. And now if you want to become a member of this committee, how do they do that?
An application,
Yeah.
an application would be made to the town clerk, and
Okay.
the town has an application form for any boards and committees, and those would go to Clerk Costello, and council would applications if there's vacancies on the committee, and I believe there's a couple of vacancies on our Municipal Heritage Committee, and council would be pleased to consider any applications as they arrive.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. And once again, October 28th, we've got a symposium going on at the Station Theater. It's your 12th annual, and it's Saving the Past for the Future. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.